On what should have been an ordinary day in West Frankfort, Illinois, a woman entered the local boutique. And without hesitation, she picked up a dress along with some other clothing and jewelry. But instead of paying, she simply walked out of the store. Among the stolen items was a neon leopard print dress, certainly a standout piece. But it turns out that the son of the store owner witnessed the woman's actions. He promptly provided a thorough description of the suspect and the items she took. The store owner reviewed surveillance camera footage which confirmed the theft. Determined to recover their unique items, the boutique took to Facebook, describing the stolen goods in detail, especially highlighting the neon leopard print dress. The store's Facebook post quickly gained traction, especially with the distinct neon leopard print dress catching everyone's attention. West Frankfort is a small town with a close-knit community of around 7,000 residents. This makes it nearly impossible for a local thief to go unnoticed, as everyone knows who you are. And this is why the shoplifter's next actions make absolutely no sense. For some odd reason, the suspect who took the dress posted selfies on her own Facebook account, flaunting the very dress she had stolen. She even added a caption that read, "Love my new dress." As you can see in the pictures, the neon leopard print dress was undeniably unique, and the last thing she should have done was post pictures of herself wearing it on Facebook. A vigilant Facebook user recognized the dress from the boutique's post and immediately informed the store owner. The police, already familiar with the woman due to an outstanding drug charge, were swiftly contacted and provided with the video evidence. By analyzing the background of the woman's Facebook photograph, the police pinpointed her location and moved quickly to make an arrest. In a matter of hours, the woman was apprehended. Interestingly, she was released on bond despite her previous drug-related charges. This incident serves as a reminder. In a small town, stealing unique items and showcasing them online is a recipe for quick capture. Always think before you act. This story is truly one for the books. Imagine the scene. Cincinnati, Ohio, a city on edge as a string of robberies leaves residents and businesses in fear. The police are on high alert, determined to catch the culprit who has managed to steal around $15,000 from 4 banks, a credit union, and even a CVS pharmacy. Surveillance photos show a black man with sunglasses, wearing a hooded sweatshirt. After his picture was repeatedly shown on local media, the tips started coming in. Police arrested a suspect who fit the description. He had been identified by several store clerks in a photo lineup along with callers claiming they knew him. The case appeared to have been solved, especially when the man's own mother, upon seeing a bank surveillance photo on TV, believes it to be her son. The fact that the mother was so convinced her son was out robbing banks is another story in itself. But here's where the story takes a wild turn. The man in custody didn't rob any banks. Despite the seemingly damning evidence, the police had arrested the wrong person. How could this happen, especially when even his own mother was convinced of his guilt? The answer lies in an astonishing twist. The real culprit was a white Polish immigrant who had been wearing a hyper-realistic silicone mask. This mask was so convincing that it fooled everyone, including the suspect's own mother. By sheer coincidence, the mask bore a striking resemblance to the innocent man who had been arrested. The breakthrough in the case came when the real suspect's girlfriend discovered money stained with red dye, a telltale sign of a bank robbery. She also found 2 Hollywood-style masks of a black man. Realizing her boyfriend was the real suspect, she contacted the police and provided the evidence needed to clear the innocent man's name. The police, puzzled but determined to set things right, arrested her boyfriend at a hotel. The suspect's lawyer, clearly dumbfounded by the bizarre nature of the case, remarked, "I've represented people who've robbed banks. I've represented people who've worn masks. But I've never represented someone who wore a mask that was this nice, so to speak. And there is actually someone out there who looks exactly like the mask." Intrigued by the story, we decided to further investigate these masks. They are truly a marvel of modern craftsmanship. Made by SPFX Masks in California, they mimic the look and behavior of real flesh and muscle, creating an incredibly lifelike appearance. With every detail meticulously designed, these masks have been used in movies and TV shows to transform actors into entirely new characters. Just imagine the possibilities and the impact such realism can have on both the screen and in real-life scenarios. And here is how the prosecutor described the situation.
We believe to be an African-American male.
We had it on video. We put out a Crime Stoppers tip, and we got about 5 or 6, 7 phone calls. I know that guy. He lives on this street. He lives in this particular house. And when the detectives went to that house, they knocked on the door. His mom answered it. She said, "I know why you're here. I just saw on television my son robbing a bank." Actual perpetrator was white as could be. He had bought a theatrical mask from Beverly Hills, which cost a few $1,000s. And it's very lifelike, and he had it on, and it looks like the guy they called Crime Stoppers about. His mother said it. It looked just like her son. That just tells you don't believe what you see all the time, because you could be dead wrong. You can't rely solely on identification. It's a recipe for some type of disaster. And I think a disaster is an innocent person in prison.
Interestingly, police believe the real robber may have gotten away with the crime had it not been for his girlfriend. In the end, the 30-year-old suspect pleaded guilty to 1 act of aggravated robbery and 5 robberies in Hamilton County Common Pleas Court. His lawyer attempted to present evidence of mental illness, but it wasn't enough to sway the court. The Polish immigrant is now serving a 25-year prison sentence and faces deportation back to Poland once his time is served. As for the man who was wrongly accused, his identity has been kept secret. No word on whether he was compensated for the error. This story serves as a stark reminder of the lengths some individuals will go to commit crimes and the importance of thorough investigations to ensure justice is served. Times have certainly changed.